Hey everyone, hope you are well. So today I am going to go over the general strategy. So this is essentially just a quick video on the overview of what you need to be doing to generate sales, to build your audience. And it's a very simple strategy, but what's important is that you do this every day or you do this very regularly to keep people seeing where you are, etc. Okay, so this is what works for me. This is what I've done, right? There's different strategies you can use, but I'm kind of coming at it from a value standpoint where you're trying to build your audience, trying to gain a bit of traction, and you're trying to provide value so people trust you and see you as an authority or a trusted expert. So your goal essentially is for people to see you is to become a we call a trusted expert. So this essentially means you are the go-to guy for whatever industry you're in terms of you are knowledgeable on this subject. So if people think about, oh, I need help with it, they'll think about you, and in their heads you are a trusted expert. You're not some guy trying to sell them something. You're not you we're talking like in the sense of you're a consultant where you know what you're an expert in the subject and you can essentially find the solution for them. So this is your general goal is you got to be seen as a um, a trusted expert. Okay, so always have that in the back of your head. So the way we do that is through educational content. So we are educating people, strategies, solutions, problems. We're just putting ourselves out there and telling them what the issues are in what they could be seeing. So, you know, we can go quite deep into this, but most it revolves around understanding your audience. So it's imperative, it's very important for you to understand your audience. Audience means the people that you're trying to reach out to, the people who will buy your services, buy your products. Okay, you got to understand them on a deep level. There'll be another training on this because that's its own subject, and I can probably spend hours talking about how to understand your audience and how to really understand them on a deep level. But essentially, this just revolves around what are their pains and what are their desires. Okay, and I'm going to go a bit more into that. So because if you don't know what someone is struggling with, which is a pain, and if you don't know where they want to go or what they want to get, which is a desire, then you're not going to be able to speak to them, right? So this is the core of everything you do to understand your audience, and I'm simplifying this a lot. I'm going to have another video where I go deeper into this. Okay, so what do we mean by educational content? Essentially, it means this. It just means that you are educating your audience on their pains, their struggles, and providing solutions. Okay, that's the important thing. You're actually providing solutions. You're not just like saying, buy off me. Hey, you've got this pain, buy this. No, you're actually giving them the solution. So this is the link between that it goes from solution to trusted expert. This is how they will link it in their heads. They'll say, okay, he understands my pains, but now he's actually showing me how to eliminate the pains and get to where I want. And now that will automatically he'll automatically trust you. And let's just make that full screen. Okay. How do we provide educational content? Now there's many ways, there's many formats, and the best way, in my opinion, and I've said this before, is video. Making videos. Okay. Now you can write posts, and yes, I supplement things like adding posts without videos. which all leads down to that, down to educational. You could write blog articles, many different formats. You can post in groups, things like that. Video is the best because it's the most direct way of teaching someone. So you see you just screen sharing yourself, however you want to do it, and they'll see your face, and it'll be the best way that they can learn. Now, how to make the video in terms of the format, there's many ways. You can use like PowerPoint slides, right? A slideshow. You can just screen record yourself talking, like I'm doing now. I'm screening myself talking, or I'm using a Google Doc as well. So you can use a Google Doc, which is literally how I'm teaching. There's many ways. Maybe you want to, if you're good at creating videos, you want to add a bit of editing in there, but that's not important. How you actually format it is not really important. It's about what's easiest for you to get that information out there for them. For me personally, I don't spend time formatting a document, or sorry, formatting a PowerPoint slide, making it look pretty and all that kind of stuff. It's just I need to write it down on a document, and essentially I just want people to follow this document, and they can get access to the document later. Maybe you have other ways of doing it, but the best ways for me, I'd say, is record yourself talking. Maybe you have a background of slides, maybe you have a Google Doc, but definitely you got to be talking on it, right? Maybe you're scared, like, hey, I don't want to be on camera. You don't have to be on camera. We've made videos that are just PowerPoint presentations where my voice is on there, but my face isn't, where I'm just talking over a script. That's fine. I do recommend getting on camera, getting past that. If it's a fear you have, getting past that fear that you feel judged, or, what will people in that are outside this market say. A lot of people don't post on social media because they're afraid of what other people that are irrelevant to what they're doing think about it. Family, friends, etc. They'll think, oh, why is he doing that? That's weird or something. So that puts a lot of people off. And in a way, that's good news because not everyone's doing it. I think it's something like less than 0.01% of users on platforms are actually um, posting. So there's still loads of opportunities to become someone online because the majority of people aren't doing it. Okay, how do we actually educate? Kind of what's the formula for actually showing, making like a presentation or making a video, right? And again, this is very simple. This is three initial steps. There's different frameworks that you can use to in marketing. There's, like, you may have heard of AIDA. I think it's attention, interest. What is AIDA? This is very basic. Uh, Awareness, interest, desire, and action. Okay, yeah. But the one, and this is essentially making someone aware, then driving interest with them, then driving desire into them, and then making them take action, which is the best known marketing model, right? I like PAS, problem, agitation, solution. So where's that problem? And this is a lot simpler. Agitation, solution. So what does that mean? Problem means you're basically describing the problem. Okay, what is the problem your target audience have? Now, whatever you're doing, they'll have a problem, right? Whatever service you're providing, anything you provide, any product that someone purchases is related to a problem that they have that they want to solve. Okay, anything, right? You buy a bottle of water. What's the problem? I'm thirsty. You want to buy a table. What's the problem? I need a desk. I need to put my laptop on something. That's my problem. I don't have anything to put my laptop on. Anything that you buy is related to a problem. So you gotta, and this goes back to pains. So problems are related to pains. Okay, what is my pain? My pain is I'm thirsty. My problem is that I don't have water and my throat is really dry, which is agitation. What's the solution? Oh, buy my water bottle. Buy this water bottle. Right? It's a very simple example, but that's essentially how it works. Okay. Agitation is just you got to make the problem worse in their heads. So, for example, like I just mentioned, the pain is I'm thirsty. Okay, my problem is I don't have water with me. The agitation is my throat is so dry. I feel like I feel like I'm gonna pass out, or whatever. That's the agitation. You're making the pain, the problem, you're moving it further along, making it worse, right? So let's take another example. My pain is, unless I like to go down to really like basic human examples because that's how we think. Uh, Maybe my pain is I look bad in my t-shirt. Let's say the person's overweight and he just feels insecure, right? I feel insecure, right? That's a pain. I can feel insecure. The problem is, well, you're overweight, right? That maybe I'm too fat, right? That's the problem. The agitation is this is causing, me to not be able to. It's making me lazy. It's not making me work well. I've lost energy. Um, you can agitate this in many different ways. People are looking at me. I feel so like ashamed, embarrassed, etc. Right? The solution is go to the gym, eat better, eat a healthy lifestyle, get on a healthy lifestyle. So hoping you see how this works here. This is essentially the basic framework of what we're going to do. Now, what we need to do is add a few more things into it to spice it up, essentially, right? We can do problem agitation solution. We need to spice it up to get their attention, to make them see you as a trusted person, to make them see what they're doing wrong, etc. Okay, and here's how we spice it up. We're going to put in four things here, okay? And this is where you can get a bit creative. One is called a pattern interrupt. Now, this is extremely important in your messaging when you're trying to convey something to someone. A pattern interrupt is essentially something that makes them stop to watch or listen. Okay, let's just say you send someone an email. Everybody gets loads of emails from random people, spam every day, right? The pattern interrupt is the email that maybe has a subject line that makes you think, oh, that's interesting, or okay, I need to look at that. That's a pattern interrupt, right? And there's many different forms. Again, when that's another module out there. Things that maybe shock people, things that surprise people, things that make people stop and be like, is that right? Right? You got to get them out of their seat a little bit. That's what a pattern interrupt is, right? And you can go a bit extreme on this just to make the point of it. And the whole point of this, right? This has one purpose. One purpose is to make them stop what they're doing. Okay, just think of it as like a big emergency stop sign. They're driving their car, big emergency stop sign that says stop. They have to see this big red sign and they have to stop to look at the sign and stop and see what they're doing. Okay, that's the whole point of the pattern interrupt. Yes, there's sophisticated ways of doing this, and we can talk about this on other calls. The next thing is, and this is it's kind of connected, but throw stones at the enemy. Okay, so it's a bit more nuanced, right? What this means is you when you're educating someone on something, you should never make them feel like it's their fault. You can drive the pain into it, which is like the agitation, make them feel like the pain that's actually happening, but it should never be their fault. You should always give them a way to get out of it. Otherwise, if they feel that it's their fault, you are lowering their self-esteem. And what you actually want to do is you want to increase their self-esteem. You want to give them hope. You want to actually make like, actually, this is happening to you, but it's not your fault. It's because other people have told you the wrong thing. So this is what we mean by throwing stones at the enemy. Is we create an enemy, and we're telling our audience, it's not your fault. It's that enemy's fault. They've been misguiding you. They've been misleading you. And that's just one example of it, right? And now that positions you on their side. It's like you and them versus this enemy who's been trying to mislead you and telling you all the wrong things, and it's their fault that all everything that's going wrong is because you know you may have the desire, etc., to succeed, but it's because you've been given the wrong information. So if we kind of position it as um, it's not your fault, but someone else's. And what humans like to do is the enemy is usually like, someone way bigger than you, someone who has this more power and influence, someone we want to take down, right? And essentially that's what we're trying to do. For example, in our marketing agency, we we do consulting for to find hidden profits in companies, right? And our enemy is basically other marketing gurus or other marketing consultants who have told you the wrong thing. And we're telling them, look, it's not your fault that you're not succeeding or you're not getting the same growth that you want to grow. Um, it's because you've been told the wrong thing. So here's why you've been told it's wrong. And then you tell them this is why it's wrong. Anything you tell someone, you need to justify why. So you need to tell them why. And then you give them the next step. Okay. So throw stones at the enemy. Um, the third step is show them the new way. Okay, so obviously the enemy is the old bad way. Now you need to show them the new way. This isn't necessarily your way exactly. It's more like here's the old method that's not working. Here's what you should be doing. Okay, here's what's working slash here's what you should be doing. This is where the educational impact comes because it's like they shouldn't know this already. This is where your value comes in because now you're telling them what they should be doing because they don't know this. Okay, this is where the light bulb moment comes here. They're like, oh damn, I've never done it this way. This is a new way. I've never done it like this. So um, that that it's extremely powerful because you're reframing them. You're taking them into a new paradigm where now they've had a realization of now they can do something different. Okay, so this is very important. And finally, you got to show the transformation, and this is show how the new way gets to their desired, let's say, point or where they want to be. Where they want to be. Okay, maybe now in the case of let's just take like someone's overweight. Okay, a pattern interrupt is, let's just say, problem. Okay, you start with pain. I feel very insecure, um, and I don't like taking my shirt off or something like at the beach. The problem is I have too much fat. The agitation is everyone stares at me and I don't get enough attention from, no one's attracted to me, and I'm feeling very lonely and stuff. The solution, okay, here's a healthy diet plan. Here's a gym plan. In 3 months, and I'll kind of go into that bit. Here's a healthy diet. In 3 months, you'll have a lot of weight loss and your body will look a lot better and you'll be a lot more confident, etc., right? And we bring it back so then everyone will start to look at you in a good way. People will be attracted to you. You no longer will be overweight, and that pain turns into the desire where you're no longer insecure, you're actually secure in your body. So you go down and you go back up again. Okay, how do we spice it up? Let's just say you're saying you're making a video about this. So the pattern interrupt usually comes at the front, the start of it, because you want to, it's like, you got 3 seconds to capture their attention. Okay, actually I need to add this in to capture their attention. That's very important. This is what the pattern interrupt is doing, is capturing their attention. um, Something, for example, is like, um, you're not losing weight fast enough and everybody's laughing at you. And that immediately is like strikes them. And that's just one example. It takes time to think about different and test different examples of pattern interrupts, right? Throw stones at the enemy. It's something like, but the good news is it's not actually your fault. It's because you've been told the wrong thing by all these gym gurus out there. They're all telling you to do da 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 da, and this is where you explain why the old way is bad. They're all telling you that you need to diet or cut this thing out, but the truth is they're all wrong. That's basically throwing stones at the enemy, and they're leading you down a path, blah, blah, blah. Now you show them the new way. What we have discovered is actually, if you want to lose weight fast, here's what you need to do. Duh, 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 duh. Now you're showing them the new way. And eventually they'll be like, oh, wow, okay, now that's something new I didn't know. Here's what I need to do. And now you show the transformation, and this can be case studies or whatever. And you go, we tried this with 10 people who were overweight, etc. And in 3 months, they look like this. And now you can show them pictures of what they look like, confident, good bodies, etc. That's the transformation, because this will show them their kind of future paces what they can look like or what their future will be like, right? So it shows their desired future. And that's where you really need to, if you're going to persuade someone to do something, they need to see the benefit to do that. And the benefit is that desired future. Okay? So that is very basic, is what you need to do. I don't want to overcomplicate things because at the start, I just want you to start making this content around this kind of stuff, right? The important thing is this word here, educational. This is the most important thing. I'm not trying to sell them on anything. I'm just giving them a solution and showing them that this is a new way. Here's what you can get with it. Okay. Now I'm going to move into how do you get them to take action from that without looking salesy, without looking all that you're slimy, that you're trying to sell them on anything, because you don't want them to think that. You don't want them to think that all you're after is their money, because you're not. You're a trusted expert. You're genuinely there to help them, right? That's the mindset you need to have. You're genuinely there to help them solve their problems. Okay. Now, before we move into that, this is very simple. Okay. we okay, where does the video sit on? All right, now we said the video, how do we provide educational content? Slides, Google Doc. Where do we put it? Let's just say, where do we put the video? And again, this is extremely simple. You can post it on social media, right? Facebook, IG, TikTok, whatever you're on, right? LinkedIn. Make it as a post, video, text post, whatever, right? Combine things. YouTube, start a YouTube channel, right? A lot of people don't put anything on YouTube because they think they're not YouTubers, as if that's like a thing. No, just start a YouTube. Just put your name. Just you have a Gmail account. Open up YouTube, upload a video, and there you're a YouTuber. That's it, right? Just put it on YouTube, and everybody knows YouTube, so it's easy to direct someone to that, right? Or you can put it on a landing page, like I gave you this one, that ugly landing page that I made. Um, this is it. You, like I mentioned on the other video, you do not need to have this very long landing page with multiple loads of things, loads of sections, great copywriting and things like that. No, headline, video, calendar. Okay. And here's another thing, like ugly works better. Okay, all of this kind of stuff, right? The Google Doc, the slides and everything. If you notice, like, this isn't like well polished. It's just me writing. Again, what I do is I write notes on a document, on a piece of paper. That's what I'm going to talk about. It takes me like 3 minutes to write that, and then I go at it, right? And then my thoughts flow. And the fact that it's not perfect is better because it's real, it's raw. It's like it's not like edited, it's not sanitized. People associate that with something sanitized, like these big budgets. So we're trying to like impress you with this, and this. But the human level, you wanna see a video of a person who's actually more similar to you than like someone way above, way ahead of you, right? And that this is what you need, that relatability. They need to see your flaws and things like that, right? So again, landing page, ugly is better, right? And this is a fact. We've tested it. Don't make it look pretty or beautiful. Uh, like this. This is fine. They just care. They just want to watch the video, and that's it. Okay. And the same with your slides in Google Doc, etc. And that's it. Where do you put the video? Social media, YouTube, or a landing page? Now, what do we want? We need to add a call to action. Now, what this means is, this again is extremely simple. The call to action is after they watch the video or after they see the content, you want them to take the next step, whatever that is, right? And simply put, there's just a few ways that you need to do it. The first way is, let's say you post it on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever. The call to action is just DM me if you want to know more. Whatever, DM me if you want to know more, DM me if you if you're interested. That's it. And they'll send you a message. Hey, I saw the video. I'm really interested to know more. Okay, then here you go. Okay, great. Let's get on a call. You give them your calendar. Here, book a slot. They book a slot, and that's it. You've got a call. DM. Let's say maybe you're posting on YouTube, and they can't DM you, but you just want them to go to your, maybe you've got an email page where they can add their email to start subscribe to your list, or whatever it is. You just do click here for next steps, whatever that is. Click here. So you make a video. Maybe you want to add 2 videos on another landing page. Click here to watch part 2, and that part 2 has your other info, the emails, etc. Right? Click here for next steps. Um, Book call below. This is on a landing page. This is this. Want to learn how you can get access free? Just book in a call below. So obviously I don't do this anymore, so this calendar is not valid now. But here to have my calendar here. I'll give you an example of our other one. This is our agency. Again, really simple. This is our actual website. So there's a bit more information on this. But here, presentation, book a time to speak with us below. That's it. And this presentation, this is the educational content. I just
how to scale and manage LinkedIn outreach safely and
this is
book
just me
appointments
doing
every
a
the amount of and
this is
found
just me doing
the result.
PowerPoint presentation. Now I'm going to go into other videos about how to make slides and PowerPoint, the best format for that. But for now, just follow this. And that's it. Maybe they reply to an email or whatever they send you an email. Just say, yeah, let's get on a call. I like to say quick call. You want to make it very easy for them to take the next steps. Let's go on a quick call. Here's my calendar link. Just choose a time that works for you. That's literally all you got to do. Okay. And the next kind of part of this, which I won't go into this video, I'm going to go into the next video, is how do you get traffic to your web or video, right? How do you bring eyeballs to your content? That's another video. But for now, I want you just to think about, what kind of educational content can you make relative to your industry? Become the trusted expert. You got to make them think you are the expert at this, because you are. If you're selling someone something, you're knowledgeable on that thing. There's a reason why you're selling it. It's because you do have that knowledge on it, right? So understand their audience, make a video very simply. You can copy how I'm doing, screen record, Google Doc. If you guys can tell me if this isn't valuable, if this formatting is not good. If you think it's good and educational, then do it yourself as well. Like, if you don't think it's good, then don't do it. Maybe you want to do slides. Maybe you want to do, something like this, right? Whatever. How do you educate? Problem agitation solution. Spice it up with patch interrupts, throwing stones. Show them the new way and show them the transformation. Show them the new way is show them how or what they need to do. Show them transformation is showing them the result of doing that. And then give a call to action. You need to specifically say something. DM me if you're interested. Click here for next. You need to give them a step to take. Otherwise, they won't know what to do. After they see a video, they're like, okay, I watched it. What do I do? Where do I contact him? Do I send him an email? You have to explicitly tell them that. Do this next step. And then you basically got them in your calendar or whatever your funnel is. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you very much. If there's any questions, please again just let me know. Any feedback on this as well. I hope this was valuable, and I wish you all the best.